I've made over $15,000 in 1 month arbitrage betting. And in today's video, I am going to explain arbitrage betting in the simplest way possible. Most people think that arbitrage betting sounds too complicated or too good to be true. They hear terms like guaranteed profit or risk-free money and think it's some kind of scam. Or they think that you need to be some type of math genius in order to understand it. But the truth is that arbitrage betting is a very simple concept that anyone can understand and use to make consistent profits. Let's start with the absolute basics. Imagine that you have two lemonade stands on your street. Stand A is selling lemonade for $1 and stand B is buying lemonade for $1.50. What would you do? You'd buy lemonade at stand A for $1 and then walk over to stand B and sell it for $1.50. You'd make 50 cents in profit with zero risk. That's arbitrage, where you're buying and selling the same thing at different prices, guaranteeing yourself a profit. In sports betting, instead of lemonade stands, we have sportsbooks. And instead of lemonade, we're betting on games. But the concept is exactly the same. We find different prices from the same game and profit from the difference. This happens because sportsbooks set their own odds independently. They're all competing for your business, so sometimes their odds can get really out of sync. When this happens, we can bet both sides of the same game and guarantee a profit no matter what happens. Let me show you a real example that's easy to understand between this team total corners on this Brazilian soccer match. So as you're going to see here, that there's going to be an opportunity on Desert Diamond to bet the over 3.5 team total corners. And on BetMGM, we want to bet the under 3.5 team total corners. The first thing that you need to understand, there's no possible way for a team to have a half of a total corner. They're either going to have 4 or more or 3 or less. So when we open up this calculator right here, if we wager $200 on the over 3.5 and then wagered $115 on the under 3.5, our total investment is $315. If the team gets 4 corners or more in the match, then we're going to win this bet on Desert Diamond and lose this wager on BetMGM. Again, we have a total investment of $315. If this bet wins, we're going to get paid out a total of $319.76. We're going to make a profit of $4.76 if the over hits. If the under hits, we lose the bet on Desert Diamond. We win the bet on BetMGM. We're going to receive a total payout of $322. Again, $322 minus our total investment of $315 gives us a profit of $7. No matter if the team gets 4 or more or 3 or less in the team total corners, we're going to get our original amount of money back plus a profit on top. Now you might be wondering, if this is so simple, why do sportsbooks allow it? And that's a great question. First, sportsbooks don't really allow this. They just can't completely prevent it from happening. They're setting thousands of odds every day across different games and markets. It's impossible to keep everything perfectly in sync. Second, sportsbooks are competing with one another for your business. FanDuel wants to set the best Laker odds for Laker fans, while DraftKings wants to set the best Celtics odds for Celtics fans. This competition can provide profitable gaps where we can swoop in to day trade these sports books. The third reason is there's only a tiny percentage of bets that are available out there that are arbitrage opportunities. Most people just bet on their favorite team, or they use a gut feeling approach when placing their bets. And the sports books make plenty of money off of these type of bettors. Now you might think that you could just manually check these different sports books to find these opportunities. And technically you could. But here's the problem. There are dozens of sports books, each with thousands of different odds available at any time. Let's say there's 20 different sports books and each book has 1,000 different type of bets that you can place. That means that there's 20 different thousand bets that you need to manually compare just to find profitable opportunities. And these odds are constantly changing throughout the day. This is where OddsJam comes in. Their arbitrage tool automatically scans all of these sports books in real time, compares all the odds, and instantly identifies arbitrage opportunities for you. Here between the sky and the dream, you're going to receive just over a 2% return off of your investment. So with arbitrage betting, the more money that you invest into this play, the more money that you're going to make. And guys, if you want to try OddsJam, 1 week for free. Linked in the description below will be a 1 week free trial. Use my code BILLYC, and you're also going to save 35% off your first month after the 1 week trial ends. The first thing that you're going to notice here is that we are on pre-match up here at the top. These games have not started yet, but we also have an incredible live tool as well that's going to tell you exactly what to bet and when. So looking over here on this baseball game between the Reds and the Pirates, we could see that the Reds are either going to score a run in the first half or the first 5 innings of the game, or they're not. Come over here and click on this purple calculator, and this is where you're going to be able to figure out how much money you need to wager on. Whether you're going to wager $18 or $180, the calculator is going to tell you exactly the amount that you want to wager on. Now, something that you're going to want to do, you're going to want to round your bet sizes. So don't bet $202.83 on Hard Rock. Round this up to $203. We want to keep our bet sizes without any type of loose change. That's one red flag you're going to show to the sports books. No loose change on the end of your bets. Round it up to the nearest dollar. When you're starting out arbitrage betting, start small and start with pre-match. That's going to give you more time to execute the arb. And this is your first time doing this. So start with $5 or $10 betting on each side. Don't get hung up on the fact that maybe you're going to lose out on a couple of cents here or there. As I mentioned, round your bet sizes up or down to the nearest dollar. If you have to give up 30 or 70 cents in profit on an arb, that's worth it instead of missing out on the opportunity entirely. So some common beginner mistakes is, number one, you're waiting too long. You're double and triple checking the math in the calculator before you go ahead and place the bet. And then by the time you're ready to place the bet, the opportunity has disappeared. Remember, these odds are changing real time, just like the stock market. So arbitrage opportunities don't stay out there for hours and hours on end. Typically, you have anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes to lock in these plays when it comes to pre-match arbitrage betting. The next mistake that most beginners make is they're trying to perfect their bet sizes, like we talked about. Round up or down to the nearest dollar so that you can execute these plays quickly. Speed is the name of the game with arbitrage betting. That's why we recommend to start small. Once you get the hang of it, then you'll be able to make quicker and faster decisions when it comes to your opportunities. Arbitrage betting is very simple. You're just buying and selling the same thing at different prices, wagering different amounts, locking in a profit. Will you make $15,000 in your first month like I did? Probably not. It takes time, reps, and experience to get the hang of arbitrage betting. But you can absolutely start making profits right now with this strategy. Once you get some reps under your belt, you can start to scale that operation and really see the money flow in. Arbitrage betting has nothing to do with betting. You're simply taking advantage of price inefficiencies within the market, and you're day trading these sports books back and forth. And the more bets that you get down, the more money that you get down in the market, the more money that you can make. We touched on live arbitrage betting, and that's where the returns can be insanely high. And if you want a step-by-step tutorial, then click this video right here. It's going to walk you through my setup so that you'll have a plan of attack to go after these books live, and that's where you're really going to see a dramatic increase in your returns.